Earnestly podcast coming to you on a Monday, on Monday, June, I want to say it's June 15th. Is it June 15th? Yeah, June 15th. That's correct. This is probably going to be the last podcast for a little while. I don't know how long exactly. It might be a few days, could be a few weeks, could be maybe a week. I don't know. I'm going to take a little hiatus from all my shows, from this show, from the wrestling podcast for a little while. We'll see. Maybe that goes a couple days, and we'll see. But yeah, basically, things are just some challenges at home here. I got to take care of, and it requires my undivided attention at this point. Certainly, I can record, whenever, but a lot of times when if you're a podcaster, you know this. When you create content, it's not just on the fly. A lot of times you're put together your show, pretty much preparing, daily or weekly, it may be. When you put together content together, you got to find content they want to talk about, and then you have to put it all together. And that takes work outside of just recording and bam. And I take a lot of pride in that. But we've been, as I've been saying on this pod for the last couple of weeks now, we're back to work, which is great. I'm very grateful for that, obviously, that we, have a good job and able to still make money for my family, even in this pandemic, even with everything going on. But the flip side, of course, has been we've gone from literally not working for 10 weeks, and our kids getting used to my wife and I being home, to now both of us are not only working, we're actually working a lot. And not as a bad thing, but there comes some stress with that, some degree, and our kids are not necessarily adapting as much as we thought, or as easy as we thought. Something changes. My 7-year-old son especially, who's been struggling with a lot of issues as of late, and I think the pandemic has a lot to do with that. This everything going on. I'm not going to go into detail as what's going on, unless I know you personally, you want to email me or call me, whatever, and I can I'll probably tell you, but I won't say it on the airwaves. But basically, it's to the point now where I have to, for a little while, at least give my family my undivided attention with no distractions. So that means no podcasts. So, at least in my case, it means kind of making the podcast secondary for now until we get back to, I guess, quote unquote normal. So it's been a challenge. But as I said, we push forward. I'm a positive person. We push forward, and all this is just reallocating my attention to things that do mean more than a podcast or podcasts, plural. Because it's not just this show being affected. It's the wrestling podcast I enjoy doing every week, every Sunday. And I had to cancel last night, last minute, because everything that went on. I feel bad doing that, But the guys, I think the guys, Mike and Joe, are going to continue doing the show without me until I am back. But again, that could be days, weeks, or I doubt months, obviously, but it could be if anything, it might be a week or two. I think the logical situations would be a week or two, and hopefully get back on the horse, because I miss it. I love doing podcasts, But if my family needs my attention, that is first priority, no matter what. End of discussion. So a couple things I want to talk about before I get off here. It's to be a short one. I saw today, Outkick.com, Clay Travis's media platform, hired. Although, hired, but I wonder if it's not more. I wonder if he's actually a partner. But Jason Whitlock is now part of Outkick the coverage. Now, for what I was reading, though, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but Clay Travis and Jason Whitlock, I believe it's an actual partnership. It's not just Clay Travis being Whitlock's boss. I think from what I read, based on the statement, that Jason Whitlock will be a partner with Clay Travis, and that's how I interpreted that. They're going to do the whole free speech, angle. I have mixed views with Clay Travis and Jason Whitlock. I think Clay Travis, to be honest, has built a pretty phenomenal brand in terms of just from the ground up. I do think some of his positions on things are very polarizing. Some of it's smart, some of it's not so smart. Whitlock, same thing. Even more polarizing because of the fact that he, let's face it, he's a black man who has a lot of very different views from many people. Some which we wonder if is this him being a contrarian to some degree. I actually don't hate Jason Whitlock. I actually like some of the material. I think sometimes it's okay to be different if you're authentically that way. But again, he's like Clay Travis also too, in a sense that some of his positions on things and comments are a little bit, to say, shocking or polarizing. So that's gonna fit. I mean, that fits well for them. What they're doing there, free speech advocates, and I am as well too. I mean, some of my personal positions are a little bit shocking to people in my family and whatnot. But I actually predicted that. Now, what I didn't predict was the fact that Whitlock would be an actual partner. I thought Clay Travis would probably hire him, but from what I see and what I read and the way it's interpreted is I think this Whitlock will be a equal partner or somewhere around there with Clay Travis in terms of the brand, the Outkick brand. They're rebranding the Outkick.com and all that. I said, good luck to those guys. I do read their stuff from time to time. Like I said, I do admire the brand they built, again, but a lot of their opinions also are pretty wacky at times. Depending on the issue, but again, I'm a free speech advocate. You're allowed, as long as I hate speech, to have your opinions, and I'm okay with that. So I'm curious how this whole thing goes, and I mean, like I said, I read it as though he's a partner, so we'll see how that transpires. But I guess I'd say something. I'm kind of excited about that thing. We'll see. Kind of excited about it. HBO Max, I want to talk about a little bit. There's some of those things I want to talk about on the podcast a couple days ago, but I haven't had a chance to record it. I think HBO Max, I'm actually interested in see what it is, but there's an announcement yesterday about HBO officially shedding HBO Go and HBO Now, and basically all the streaming will be just HBO, which means HBO Max will be as one entity, I believe. This way I worded it. Now, for me, it's funny because I actually have HBO. I actually got HBO recently through my Roku, which I really didn't like, to be honest with you, because it's not as I don't like the layout of HBO through Roku as much as I like HBO by itself. So the intention for me was actually. I got 1 month of HBO on the Roku channel, and I canceled it. But in the attempt to get it back again, HBO regular, and I want to get HBO Max, and I've been trying to investigate what's the difference between HBO Max and HBO Go, or HBO, and there's really there's no difference right now, except for the fact that HBO Max right now is on every platform. It's on Apple, but it's not on Roku, it's not on Amazon Fire. But I believe now, from what I read yesterday, that in the coming months, HBO Max will be made available to now Roku and Amazon and all devices at this point, once they phase out HBO Go and HBO Now, whatever it may be. Pretty excited about that, because HBO Max obviously going to have the library, in addition to what they show now, the library of Time Warner material, that they also have access to. And so we'll see how that goes in the coming months. And so what I'll probably end up doing is I let my HBO run out on my Roku channel. I'm going to subscribe again to HBO for a couple months again. And then once I see the HBO Max is available on the Roku platform, I'll just make the adjustments necessary. I do watch HBO on a weekly basis. I watch John Oliver, I watch Bill Maher, and a couple of shows, obviously a lot of documentary shows I watch on there too. I haven't watched it lately, but I do watch HBO a lot. I love HBO. So we'll see how that goes. Once HBO Max is available on Roku. Well, because HBO Max right now I can get it right now. I can only get it on my app right now because based on what I have right now, I can only get it on my iPhone, and which is fine. But my wife and I, every Friday night we have together, we watch a block of Lamar on Friday nights. We watch John Oliver normally the next day because she works on nights, so maybe in the COVID come months we will see how that comes out. Roger Goodell cheating course recently on Black Lives Matter, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. To me, it's like Drew Brees. I mean, it doesn't move the needle either way. Honestly, people say it should. It does. I disagree. Because I don't even know if he's being genuine about it. But the fact he said it, though, I mean, maybe it'll piss off a lot of. Maybe it pissed off Donald Trump or some degree, I guess. But I remember when I watched him do that speech, not speech, but his statement, and he looked uncomfortable doing it. To be honest with you, so I don't know. That whole thing, again, people have the right. I'll say it one more time. People have the right to be mad, either way of the issue. My only thing has been from the very beginning is that be mad at the right sources. The folks that are pissed off about players kneeling should be mad at the NFL. Not mad at players kneeling. The NFL allows it. The NBA doesn't allow it. The progressive NBA does not allow that. So, make sure you direct your anger in the right spot. We have become a very divisive world. It's very sad. Very, very sad. But yeah, hopefully things get better in the coming days, and hopefully sooner or later, so we get back to normal. But right now, I'm going to take this time to just bond with my family again, especially now with things have been tough at home. I'm really curious too, with my son starting school in August, second grade in August, how that's going to work out in terms of whether he'll be going to school full time. Because we got a survey actually from the school asking about whether you want him to be at school 5 days a week or doing virtual, learning, or doing part virtual, part school, showing up to school. I don't know. I put initially, I am intrigued by the whole idea of virtual learning too. But I think for peace of mind, based on just keeping the house, relatively calm and sensible, probably going to school is probably still the number one option. One thing I'll tell you, one thing I learned with this pandemic is teachers are so undervalued, and they need to be valued because we can't do their job. We have so many friends of mine that are parents, struggling just to do the basics with their children at school. And we're talking about people who also stay home, or stay home mothers, or stay home fathers. So imagine, people who, like myself who work, or my wife that works, or people at work, having to balance that. It's not easy, man. And the teachers have to do that, take care of that, and have to be be attentive. I mean, it makes you appreciate their job. It really does. So, anyway, I left work early today. I'm going home to take care of my wife and kids. She got no sleep last night, so I'm gonna let her rest the rest of the day. And I'm gonna, obviously I'm going home to take care of business and go from there. I think I got a couple of things on top about, but I think I'll say that for the next podcast we do. I think because all that material is evergreen anyway. So, till then, we're gonna go. Gotta go. Talk to you later. Love you guys. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Later.